Have you ever wondered why some people effortlessly maintain momentum, consistently achieving goal after goal, while others start strong only to quickly burn out? The secret isn't talent, intelligence, or luck. It's something much simpler, yet far more powerful. The habit of stacking small wins. Our culture glorifies overnight breakthroughs, but real success comes from tiny, consistent victories, the ones most people dismiss as too small to matter. That's exactly the problem. When results don't appear instantly, most people get discouraged and quit, without realizing they were inches away from building unstoppable momentum. In this video, you'll discover exactly why small wins are your most powerful tool, how to tap into their hidden potential, and how to turn progress into an effortless habit. Ready to unlock unstoppable momentum through small wins? Let's dive into 10 practical strategies you can apply immediately. One of the biggest reasons people lose momentum is because they set goals that overwhelm them right out of the gate. Ambitious goals inspire us, but they can also become daunting barriers when we try to tackle them all at once. If you've ever set a huge goal and found yourself frozen by how daunting it feels, you've experienced exactly why most people fail before they even start. The secret is lowering the bar to create instant wins. Instead of committing to an intimidating goal, break it down to something almost laughably simple. Want to start exercising regularly? Commit to just one push-up each morning. Want to become an avid reader? Start by reading a single page a day. I know what you're thinking. That's too easy to matter. And that's exactly the point. The hardest part of any goal is getting started. But the moment you take that tiny first step, your brain gets hooked. It loves the feeling of victory, even the smallest one, and immediately wants more. When you set the bar so low you can't fail, you remove resistance and kickstart a powerful feedback loop. Each small action signals to your brain, I'm someone who takes action, who gets things done. Before you know it, those tiny daily victories build a habit of consistency that turns motivation into momentum, and momentum into unstoppable progress. Procrastination is the silent killer of momentum, and most people mistakenly think it's the task itself they're avoiding. But here's the truth. It's not the task that holds you back. It's the thought of starting. Once you're in motion, resistance fades away. That's exactly why the 2-minute rule is one of the most powerful tools you can use to shatter inertia and immediately create momentum. Here's the rule simplified. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. No hesitation, no excuses. And if the task feels bigger or intimidating, just commit to 2 minutes. Want to start working out? Commit to 2 minutes of stretching. Need to read more? Open the book and read for just 2 minutes. Struggling to start a daunting project? Set a timer for 2 minutes and begin. You'll quickly realize something remarkable. 2 minutes usually turns into 5, then 10, and eventually into task completion. But even if it doesn't, those initial 2 minutes have already broken inertia and sparked a sense of accomplishment that makes continuing later infinitely easier. What's powerful about this strategy is how it bypasses the mental barrier that typically stops us from getting started. Once you're moving, momentum naturally kicks in, transforming resistance into progress. Think of it like pushing a stalled car. It's toughest at first, but once you get it rolling, momentum takes over. The 2-minute rule is your push start to consistent productivity and long-lasting success. One of the greatest obstacles to lasting momentum is the illusion of standing still. When you're putting in daily effort but can't clearly see your progress, it's easy to become frustrated and give up prematurely. That's exactly why tracking your progress isn't optional, it's essential. Tracking your small wins doesn't have to be complex or tedious. A simple checklist, a marked calendar, or even a habit tracking app can provide powerful visual proof of your progress. Each checkmark becomes a tangible reminder of how far you've come, fueling your desire to keep going. But progress tracking offers something even deeper. It provides insight. It reveals patterns you might otherwise miss. Maybe you'll discover that your productivity peaks early in the morning, or that certain habits stick best when linked to specific triggers, like reading after making coffee. With this data, you can optimize your approach, making each small win easier and more automatic. Here's the secret that makes tracking so effective. When you visually record your achievements, you shift your motivation from fleeting bursts of enthusiasm to a reliable system of continuous progress. You're no longer depending on willpower alone. Instead, you've built a visible streak of successes that makes consistency feel inevitable. Remember, what gets measured gets improved. By clearly tracking small victories, you reinforce your identity as someone who doesn't just start, but someone who consistently finishes. One small win can spark your motivation, But multiple small wins, repeated consistently, can ignite unstoppable momentum. This is exactly where routines come into play. Think of routines as systems designed for effortless victory. Instead of relying on sheer willpower, which fluctuates daily, routines automate success by turning desired behaviors into predictable habits. For example, rather than waking up unsure of where to start, you create a simple yet powerful morning routine. 1. Wake up. 2. Hydrate immediately. 3. Stretch or move for 2 minutes. 4. Read just a single page. 5. Spend 5 minutes outlining your priorities for the day. Or consider your workout routine. Put on your gym clothes, complete a single warm-up exercise. Hit play on your favorite playlist. Each small step sets the stage for the next, creating an automatic flow that pulls you into action. Why is this so effective? Because your brain loves patterns. When tasks become habitual, your mental resistance vanishes, making consistency feel effortless. With a clear, repeated sequence of small wins, you remove decision fatigue, eliminate procrastination, and solidify your new behaviors into identity-defining habits. Stacking wins into routines transforms productivity into a predictable cycle of action and reward. And once you're riding that wave of momentum, the feeling of being stuck disappears forever. Your routines become more than habits. They become a powerful expression of who you are, someone who consistently and effortlessly moves forward. When it comes to sustained success, intensity isn't nearly as powerful as consistency. Yet consistency is where most people struggle. The solution? Build a streak mentality, transforming isolated actions into a relentless daily commitment. A streak mentality shifts your focus from occasional bursts of intensity to continuous, unwavering consistency. Rather than debating daily about whether or not you'll take action, the decision becomes automatic. You don't just do something occasionally. You become someone who does it every day without fail. Here's how you practically implement this strategy. Choose an action that's so small it feels impossible to skip. Write just one sentence every day. Do just one push-up daily. Meditate for 1 minute each morning. The beauty of a streak is its self-reinforcing power. The longer the chain grows, the stronger your desire to maintain it becomes. Each successful day increases your emotional investment in the streak, making the thought of breaking it increasingly uncomfortable. But here's the most important rule: never miss twice. Missing one day might be inevitable occasionally, but missing 2 days in a row breaks the chain, and momentum quickly evaporates. Protect your streak like it's your greatest asset because, over time, it truly becomes one. By adopting the streak mentality, you turn everyday actions into powerful rituals. Over time, these rituals shape your habits, and habits shape your identity. Soon, consistency stops feeling like effort. It becomes simply who you are. And that is how ordinary habits create extraordinary results. Most people wait until they hit a major milestone to celebrate. But this mindset can quickly drain momentum. True mastery of momentum happens when you recognize and celebrate the small victories along the way, rather than reserving your sense of achievement exclusively for massive breakthroughs. Here's why celebrating micro-victories matters. Each small win releases dopamine, the brain's natural reward chemical. This powerful reinforcement encourages your mind to repeat the action, effectively turning small victories into consistent habits. Ignoring these wins robs you of valuable opportunities to strengthen your resolve and identity. However, there's a critical balance you must maintain. Celebration should fuel progress, not signal the end of effort. Many people mistakenly treat a small success as permission to ease off or stop completely, sabotaging the very momentum they just created. The trick is to frame your celebrations as checkpoints, not finish lines. Here's how you do it effectively. 1. After each micro-win, immediately set the next small target to keep momentum alive. 2. Celebrate in ways that reinforce your progress without derailing it, such as journaling your achievement, sharing your success with someone who supports your goals, or simply taking a mindful pause to appreciate your progress. 3. Avoid rewards that counteract your progress. If you're building a healthy habit, for instance, don't reward yourself with something that undermines your goals. When done right, celebrating micro-victories cultivates a powerful, reinforcing loop of success. Each tiny celebration solidifies your identity as someone who consistently moves forward, creating a psychological and emotional foundation for unstoppable momentum. Nothing derails momentum faster than the way most people view failure. Too often, setbacks are perceived as personal shortcomings, permanent barriers, or reasons to quit. But this mindset isn't just wrong, it's destructive. Successful people see failure differently. They treat it as data, valuable feedback that accelerates growth rather than a defeat that ends progress. Here's the crucial truth. Every setback carries hidden insights. Each mistake reveals gaps in your approach, strategy, or execution that you wouldn't have discovered otherwise. Viewing failure as data strips away its emotional sting and transforms setbacks into essential stepping stones toward future success. So how can you practically apply this powerful mindset shift? After experiencing a setback, pause and ask yourself these simple yet impactful questions. What specifically went wrong? Clearly identify what didn't produce the desired result. Which factors were within my control? Separate external circumstances from your personal choices to clarify where change is possible. What adjustments can I make next time? Leverage this information to adapt your approach, strengthening your strategy and moving forward with renewed purpose. This reflective process transforms each perceived failure from a source of discouragement into a powerful tool for improvement. You're no longer stopped by setbacks. Instead, you're propelled forward by insights. By embracing this reframing strategy, you turn fear of failure into curiosity and resilience. Setbacks stop being momentum killers and start becoming momentum accelerators, empowering you to consistently grow, adapt, and advance toward unstoppable success. Most people think lasting change comes from repeatedly performing new actions until they become second nature. While habits matter, the most powerful transformations happen deeper, in your identity. Here's the truth many overlook. Your actions shape your identity, and your identity ultimately shapes your destiny. Each small win isn't just proof of a successful behavior. It's evidence of becoming a new person, a person who naturally embodies that behavior. Every time you complete even the smallest action aligned with your goals, your brain begins to rewrite your internal narrative. You're not just taking a small step, you're reinforcing who you are at the core. Consider this powerful mental shift. Instead of saying, "I ran today," say, "I am a runner." Instead of thinking, "I wrote for 10 minutes," remind yourself, "I am a writer." Rather than simply acknowledging a healthy meal, affirm, "I prioritize my health." This seemingly subtle shift from action to identity has profound implications. It rewires your subconscious, embedding your new behaviors into the core of your self-concept. You're no longer trying to do something consistently. You've become someone who naturally, effortlessly lives by these actions. Why is this critical for lasting momentum? Because when your actions become a natural extension of who you are, you no longer rely solely on motivation, willpower, or external circumstances to maintain consistency. Your identity compels you forward, day after day, through any obstacle or setback. By intentionally linking small wins to your evolving identity, you create an unstoppable foundation of self-belief and confidence. Momentum stops being a temporary state. It becomes a permanent part of who you are. One of the most common and costly mistakes people make in the pursuit of lasting momentum is placing all their motivation on outcomes. Goals matter, but tying your momentum solely to results can set you up for frustration and burnout, especially when progress seems slow or uncertain. The true secret to unstoppable momentum is found not in chasing results, but in deeply committing to the process itself. Here's the key mindset shift. Instead of obsessing over immediate outcomes, whether it's hitting a specific weight, making a certain income, or achieving recognition, invest your energy into building and refining systems that guarantee long-term success. When you genuinely fall in love with the process, momentum is no longer something you need to force. It becomes naturally embedded into your daily life. Let's put this into practical terms. Instead of saying, "I want to lose 20 pounds," focus on, "I will follow my exercise schedule and meal plan every day." Rather than thinking, "I want to write a best-selling book," shift to, "I will write 500 words every morning." Replace, "I want financial independence," with, "I will consistently track spending, save intentionally, and invest systematically." This subtle yet powerful shift changes everything. When your motivation is attached to the actions themselves, the results inevitably follow. More importantly, setbacks or slow results no longer derail you, because your identity isn't tied to outcomes, but rather to consistent, reliable effort. By shifting your focus onto the daily system, the process, you transform temporary motivation into lasting, sustainable momentum. Success becomes inevitable because the steps that produce success have become your new normal. Even the most disciplined and driven individuals face setbacks. Life inevitably interrupts routines, unexpected obligations arise, motivation fades, and streaks break. But here's a crucial truth. It's not setbacks themselves that sabotage your progress. It's how you respond to them. The single greatest secret to sustaining unstoppable momentum is adopting the never stop the chain mentality. Your number one rule must become simple yet powerful. Never miss twice in a row. Missing once is a minor disruption, but missing twice starts building momentum in the wrong direction, making it exponentially harder to restart. Here's exactly how you apply this practically and powerfully. Lower the bar temporarily. If you've lost your rhythm, immediately restart with an action so easy that you eliminate all excuses. Missed your workouts? Do just one push-up tomorrow. Stopped writing? Write just a single sentence today. Drop guilt and embrace action. Let go of the self-blame for losing momentum. Guilt only deepens your resistance. Instead, quickly refocus your energy on restarting your chain. Momentum isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Focus forward, not backward. Forget the lost time. Dwelling on setbacks only anchors you in place. Channel all your attention toward building a fresh streak. Knowing each small win rebuilds your confidence and identity as someone who keeps moving forward no matter what. This approach ensures setbacks are nothing more than brief pauses, never permanent stops. Each time you quickly restart after a break, you reinforce a resilient identity, someone who consistently bounces back, quickly regains momentum, and relentlessly pursues long-term success. Remember, success isn't about avoiding setbacks, it's about mastering your response to them. Adopting the never stop the chain mentality guarantees your momentum is not just powerful but permanent. Mastering the art of small wins isn't just about productivity, it's about reshaping your identity. Each small action you take reinforces a powerful inner narrative. I am someone who consistently moves forward, someone who refuses to stay stuck, someone who achieves lasting success. Here's the truth most people miss. The reason so few people achieve their dreams isn't due to lack of talent, intelligence, or resources. It's because they abandon momentum far too soon. They stop when motivation fades, when results aren't immediate, or when setbacks inevitably appear. But the people who embrace the power of small wins become unstoppable, not through brute force, but through strategic consistency. This isn't about grinding harder, it's about thinking smarter. By implementing these 10 strategies, you're creating a sustainable system where progress is automatic, setbacks become stepping stones, and momentum is your default state. Imagine a life where consistent progress isn't a struggle, it's effortless. A life where motivation isn't fleeting, but deeply ingrained in your daily routines. That vision isn't a fantasy. It's exactly what's waiting for you once you master these simple yet powerful strategies. So now it's your turn. Which of these small win strategies resonated most deeply with you? Which one will you start applying today? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear about your next steps. If you found value in this video, hit like and subscribe. When you subscribe, you're not just joining a channel. You're joining a community dedicated to giving you practical tools, powerful insights, and relentless support to master momentum, resilience, and long-term success. Remember, the difference between where you are and where you want to be isn't luck, talent, or overnight miracles. It's found in the small wins you commit to stacking day after day until success isn't just possible, it's inevitable.